Once you set up your Theora Link Pro account, the first thing that you'll be prompted to do is to add a device. So to do so, all you need to do is simply tap on the scan QR code. And then with the watch powered on, you can press either the SOS or the power on button. So I'll go ahead and press that button. And this QR code is scanned in. You can now provide the personalization information about the watch. So I'll call this test. For the SOS phone number, this is going to be the number that the watch will call if the SOS button is pressed, or if you're using our smart fall detection, a fall is detected. Once the device is registered, the first thing that you'll be asked to do is to verify the SOS number. What this is going to do is this is going to send a command to the watch for the watch to call that SOS number. Now, in some cases, you may have blocked unknown phone numbers on your phone, and so you may need to add the watch's phone number to your contact list. The watch's phone number should be labeled on the box, or you can tap on Settings, go down to the bottom of the screen, and that will give you the device's phone number. So in this case, the phone number is 681-945-1752. I'm going to go ahead and verify the SOS number. And this is going to call my phone number, my contact number. So I'll make a test call. And the watch successfully called my phone. My phone rang. I was able to answer it. So I'm going to go ahead and say call received. And now the call SOS phone number has gone away since it has been verified. Now, some of the key information that you'll see, we get an immediate location of where the watch is, updated map. You can tap the minus button or the plus button to zoom in or out. You can also switch to satellite views. Some of the dashboard information, the percent of battery, the status, the steps that have been taken, and if there's been any falls that have been detected. If you want more information on the status, you can tap on that and it will give you more technical details. We do have 3 statuses, so obviously a green check mark means that everything is working and everything is operating as expected. We also have a yellow question mark, which means that there may be some issues with the watch. Typically, this may be that the watch is in a low cell signal area, and you'll be given those details about what kind of functionality may be limited in those conditions. And then finally, there would be a red X. If we're not able to connect to the watch, if something is going on with the watch, we do have a red X. And again, it will tell you how long that watch has been offline. In most cases, it is that the battery has died and it's no longer on. In some cases, it may be that there's just simply no cell signal at all and we cannot contact the watch. So again, green check mark, everything is working. Red X, something might not be working, and yellow limited operations. You can also tap on the steps count icon, and that will give you the status for the last several days of how many steps have been taken so that you can see what the activity level of your loved one has been over the past few days. Continuing on, our 3 main features: live location, quick connect, and call device. Live location. The way our device works is every 15 minutes, the watch is updating its location. So 15 minutes, it says, here's where I am. There's 15 minutes later, it says, here's where I am. Now, in some cases, we may need to get an update that is sooner than 15 minutes. We need an immediate update. So when we tap on that live location, that will immediately send a request to the watch to update its location, and so we don't have to wait for those 15 minutes. And also, instead of updating every 15 minutes, it will begin updating in near real time. So every 3 minutes, it will update its location for you. So there you go. We just got back the location 28 seconds ago. and it's now going to continue doing this and continue to update its location every 3 minutes. And it will do that for 30 minutes, and then it'll go back to the 15-minute cycle. So again, this is very important for if you are in a wandering situation, that near real-time location information. The other thing in our live location, again, you can continue to use the plus or the minus or the satellite view. You can also pinch to squeeze, and you'll see two icons here. What this is showing is your location, or the location of your phone, in relation to the location of your watch. So in my case, I'm actually in the house in the same location as my watch, so you see that they are very close together. If you were a few blocks away, you would see the distance and the separation. But the point is, you can see where you are in relationship to that watch. Continuing on, our next two features are Quick Connect and Call Device. Both of those features will make a phone call to the watch. Now, our Quick Connect is designed to have the watch automatically answer the phone call. So in some situations and in some conditions, the person wearing the watch may not be able to answer the watch. So in those cases, we can use the Quick Connect feature. That will send a command to the watch to automatically answer. Your phone will call the watch, and you'll be immediately placed into speakerphone mode on the watch, and you can begin talking to your loved one, or in some cases you may need to listen to the background noise and background atmospheres. We've also had people that have used these feature in situations where their loved one is no longer communicative, but they were able to use the Quick Connect, bring attention. They began speaking into the watch, "Bob, Bob, where are you?" And there was a Good Samaritan that was nearby, was able to ascertain that there was, some confusion with an elderly gentleman, but heard something going on with the watch. The Good Samaritan was able to use that to get communication so that the loved one could be safely returned to where they needed to be. Using the call device, that's more like a traditional phone call. So if you tap on call device, your phone will call the watch will ring. There will be a prompt to either ignore or answer the call. And again, it's more like a typical cell phone where you're calling the watch. The watch does not have voicemail. So if they do not answer the watch, or if they're in a situation where there is no cell service, there is no voicemail, you may get a message about voicemail not being set up. That's because there is no voicemail on the watch. So if the person doesn't answer, or you don't have it on the Quick Connect, there will not be any way to leave a message on the watch. We also have some notifications. Now, since I just set this up, we haven't displayed any notifications, but here you would see different activity, like if the battery was charged or needed to be charged, if the watch has entered or exited a safe zone, if it has been placed on or off of the charger. You would get those notifications here, and you'd be able to list what's happened and see what's happened throughout the course of the day.